Nice, got to see the family and stuff. And it was long enough just to forget what you were doing. And so come back out here and kind of getting back in the process and everything is nice. And I mean, it's nice to have time off, especially whenever you've been at it for so long. But it's good to be back for sure.
How do you use what you did last year carry this year as far as preparation goes and that kind of thing?
Well, we know the stage is not going to overwhelm us because we've been there. And we know Ohio State's a great team, and Oklahoma was a great team last year. And so from that aspect, it's the same. But just having that experience is huge, and we'll be ready.
Because this isn't just a typical bowl game. Bowl prep and college football prep are a little bit different. Yeah. But do you still prepare like it's just another game?
Yeah. I mean, you do. I mean, it's definitely in the back of your mind, but at the same time, you're competing against your own guys out here at practice, and so you got to treat it like a one practice season almost. And I mean, we got good players, and we got to beat them before we can beat Ohio State. And so that's my mentality: is beating them. If I know I can beat them, I believe we have the best DBs in the nation, and I'll go out there and be able to play and not be overwhelmed.
Going back to Arizona, is it still in the back of your mind the last time you walked out of that stadium?
Yeah, it's definitely it's surreal that we're going back, and I know we've talked about it around here, having that opportunity to celebrate in that locker room and not be so upset, and just try to give the seniors a win in that locker room. It'd be pretty cool.
What have you started looking at Ohio State's film yet? And if so, what have you seen out of their defense?
We're doing a lot of just practicing against Clemson, but at the same time, I know both their saves are pretty good. They have two good corners. Number 35, their Sam linebacker is pretty good. I mean, it's Ohio State. They have very good athletes everywhere. And so just trying to take it one practice at a time and beat our guys before we beat them.
Your season, how do you feel like it's gone? You had the injury and you had some time off. Do you feel like you've done the things you wanted to do this year and improved?
Yeah, for sure. I just enjoy playing football. And so Auburn seemed like a whole year ago. I guess it was a few months ago, but I just have fun coming to practice every day. And I just try to take it one game at a time and not try to think of it as a whole season aspect, but as a day-to-day aspect.
There's been a lot of times this year you've made some interesting reads, and I know you've gone to the coaches and say, hey, I saw this, they were doing this, and it leads to a play later in the game. Yeah. Is that just kind of a different way to impact the game?
Yeah, I mean, for a little bit there I couldn't play, so I definitely studied a little more on film, and I like being aware of what's going on around me, not just what I'm doing, but what everyone else is doing, and trying to find the soft spots in the defense. And so that's just fun for me, and I enjoy doing that.
Does that come from growing up as a coach's son?
It probably does a little bit, trying to understand, and being a quarterback in high school, trying to understand the whole scheme of things instead of just what you're specifically supposed to do.
And then the play you made in Virginia Tech, just going up, you had been kind of quiet, hadn't done a lot, and you just showed up, made a big play. How good did it feel to help your team?
It definitely felt well. It felt really good. Deshaun threw a perfect ball. I know y'all have seen it. Deshaun threw a great ball, and it helped us win, so that's what I'm here to do.
Obviously, you wanted to be out on the field during the time you missed, but did it help give you a different perspective on things and help you improve?
It definitely gave me a different perspective. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being able to watch the game with my family, and that was definitely cool. But at the end of the day, I wanted to be out there, of course, but it gives me a different appreciation for being able to go out there and practice today and not take it for granted.
I know it's rare air to be in a 4-team playoff, but if you could just remove yourself and be a fan, do you like this format, or would you like to see maybe 18, 16, or anything like that?
I think it's awesome. I mean, growing up being two teams, I thought it was kind of tough for if you lost a game to get in there, and it was more on the voting, but now we have 4 teams where we can play each other and the best team will win. And so I like it.
Do you start to...
Especially when they put us in there.
Yeah, exactly. Do you start to get kind of antsy to know that you don't play again until December 31st? I mean, just as a competitor, would you like to just sort of go ahead and get that next game out of the way?
No, I mean, I try not to wish the days away. This is my favorite time of the year, just no one around, being able to park where you want, be able to hang out with the roommates and play Xbox and just chill and just enjoy the moment, enjoy being a college student and enjoy being in the Final Four. But at the same time, I can't be complacent and act like a game's never going to come. I got to enjoy it and take one day at a time.
How does the offense keep the momentum that you guys have built at the end of the season with this extended time off? What can you do in practice to keep that going?
Yeah, just continue to make plays. Just continue to treat every practice rep like a game rep. And that's what I think we've done all season. And it helps when you have Deshaun throwing to you for sure and be able to kind of control everyone and being that leader that he is.
Last year in the from a bowl game against Oklahoma. Did it take some time for the offense to kind of feel itself, or do you feel like you guys weren't affected by the layoff at all?
So long ago, I haven't even thought about that. I mean, we just do what we done in practice every day. I think we scored 37 last year, so we had a pretty decent game. I can't remember if we got off to a hot start or what happened, but if we take care of the things we need to in practice, then we've been playing for 20 straight days. It doesn't take a game to get us ready. If we treat every practice like a game.